recording. So what we're doing is every month this year, we're actually interviewing a mega agent, super successful business person, and today I have Kyle Seyboth. Did I say your name right?
Seyboth.
So he's a mega agent. Tell him where you're from.
My office is in Rhode Island, so based out of the Providence area.
Yep. So if you guys have any questions on Facebook, you ask it. My brother's right back there. He'll see it. We'll ask Kyle directly. But what we're going to do is a quick interview. So first things first is, how many units did you close last year?
So last year I closed 392.
392 units. And how much volume was that?
About 89 million.
89 million. And how much is that in GCI?
It was about 1.9.
Now, paint the picture and tell us who's on your team, like who actually supports you or assists you.
So, like we talked about today, I don't have a team. It's my wife that handles the admin side, and then I handle all the sales. There's no buyer's agent, there's no seller's agent, there's none of that. It's myself and my wife. She's never sold a house, but she dominates on the admin side, and I don't do really any of it, but we help each other when we need to.
Yeah, so this, we actually watched it. We drove around with Kyle today, me and my brother.
All day.
And this kid kind of defies logic because he just hustles all day. We thought we worked hard, but he works hard.
We don't work hard.
It's the next level of working hard. So just a couple questions, like why do you work so hard? What's your mindset?
So anything I've ever wanted to do, I want to be the best at, right?
Yeah.
And I want to go full force. So I got into this game 5, 6, 7 years ago and got a little bit of, tasted a little bit of success, and then just wanted to take it to that next level and just drive this thing and become the best at my craft.
Yep. And you were pretty successful as a basketball player here?
I played basketball, I played basketball in high school and college, and I did all right.
All right, cool. So success kind of is something like whatever you do, you're going to be the best at. You're going to find a way.
I'm going to try. I'm going to.
And you got into real estate just so you could take one more vacation a year?
I did. So the reason, so my wife and I, we said, we want to do something part-time.
Yep.
What should we do part-time to kind of help make a couple extra bucks?
Yep.
We got into real estate and we said, if we can make one extra vacation per year, this will be phenomenal.
Well, you don't need 392 units to do that, so you're way... What's the goal this year? What's your goal for this year?
This year, we want to do 500 units.
500 units.
500.
Right. Cool. So one of the things that I like to see is, like, we've seen some of your systems. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Most people are not going to be able to do what you do because you're a beast. You work 16-hour days. You're on the phone. You're meeting with clients. You're showing your own buyers. You're scheduling listing appointments. You just hustle. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, you're answering the phone. Like, you don't even got a driver. I offered to drive for this guy. He hustles
He
hard.
wouldn't even let us drive him around.
He did.
So there is definitely going to be hard to duplicate what you do for an individual agent, but I think there's a couple of takeaways, right? Mm-hmm. One is you work extremely hard. Mm-hmm. You're also super high leveraged and super focused. So what I want to ask you is a couple of mindset questions. Like when phone calls come in, nonstop, what is the priority or the order that you answer phone calls or text messages, and like how do you do that system? Tell us about some of the ways you're leveraged. Because
that's a good thing. So automate the top and the non-money generating, the non-income generating, the income generating phone calls and texts. Automate that process so you're not wasting time on stuff that people aren't gonna engage.
Yeah.
So if they're not engaging with me, I don't want to waste time on that phone call.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Excellent. So how do you do that? What is the actual system you use?
So the system I have, when a lead comes in, it's automatically reached out to by my internal system that I've set up that sends a text, a phone call, and an email. Gotcha. That's going to lay the groundwork. After that, at that point, if they actually engage, that's when I take.
So even though you're busy and efficient as you are, you're actually calling people that are engaging. So really, I would say cream of the crop, really good leads. Like if I was to pick up the phone and just call just listed, just circle calls in the neighborhood, those are really cold leads, right?
Correct.
If I call expired, they're a little more motivated.
Correct.
But in your case, a lot of those people are calling you. They just want to interact and engage, see a house, set up a listing appointment. Like, they're ready. So super efficient, super leveraged. I'm going to ask you this question anyways because it's going to be funny. What was the best book you ever read?
You already know. I didn't read. I've never read any.
This guy doesn't read.
Any real estate book.
Doesn't meditate.
I ADD to the 10th power, so I'm not reading shit.
So just straight up hustle.
392 units in 2016.
2017. 2016, I did 310.
Yeah.
All right. So so this is actually a good question. How do you generate your business? Give us your top 3 sources. Like you can say Zillow's number 1, referrals number 1.
No, I think
investors.
referrals 1,
Yep.
investors 2,
Yep.
internet leads are 3.
Okay. What is the size of your database of all that, roughly?
I'd say you're looking at 5,000 people.
5,000 people.
Yeah.
And you're marketing to them, and you got some systems
So
set up. And then
yeah,
you got
we're
Boomtown.
working on right now. We're working on a serious marketing campaign, email marketing, video marketing, all that sort of stuff. Snail mail, all everything. We're trying to hit them from every angle.
Yep. And your wife helps a lot with that, the back office stuff, and
That's
setting
right.
that stuff up, because
Yeah.
you're going like 16 hours a day at 100 miles an hour, right?
Right. That's not my thing.
What do you believe makes you successful? I mean, because clearly you're successful. I don't think a lot of people can do what you do.
So I think one thing that drives me is the fear of failure. Right.
The fear of failure.
So here's my
Good.
situation. Right. So
Yeah.
I had a 9 to 5 for like, I don't know,
That was
10
in
years.
finance,
Did a
right?
9 to 5 for 10 years. Right.
Yeah.
Went in, got
Yeah.
home. Hated every single day of my life.
Yeah.
Hated it. I do not want to go back to that. So I will do whatever it takes to avoid having to go back to work for someone else.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Wow.
That
That's
makes
cool.
a lot
We
of
didn't
sense
hear
to
that
me.
all
Yeah, we didn't
day.
hear that. That was a good
Wow.
question.
What's
I
that?
saved that for the interview. Save that.
Whoa.
So, what motivates you is to be the best that you can be in anything you do.
Correct.
You're also clearly motivated by failure. But how do you define success? Like, what do you think success is to you? What's the end game? What's your goal?
So I still, in my mind, and I tell myself this every day, I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
I still have not achieved anything to
Yeah, you haven't.
and where I want to go. Like, in my opinion, I'm no better than anyone else. I'm just like every other realtor. I just want to get up every day and make sure I do the best that day.
Yeah.
I look at every day as a challenge.
Yeah.
Can I put a buyer or a seller in a house that day?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A seller to sell a house, a
Yeah.
buyer to purchase a house. Am I able to accomplish that?
Yeah.
And if I do, it was a good day. And if I don't, I need to do double tomorrow.
Yep.
So
And
I
you-
look at day by day.
Yeah, and actually one of the things I noticed in your mindset and the way you talk to your people, your clients, and the people you meet is you're really interested in helping them.
Mhm.
Like, there's no commission, Brett. I mean, you make plenty of money, but you're like, you really care. You're like, lady, I'll get you into a house. Tell me what you're looking for.
Mhm.
I want to get you in a house. Help me help you. So that's super
Yeah,
important.
help me help you. That's what he tells everybody, and he means it.
Yeah.
I'm sold. The guy means it.
He definitely means it. You're also pretty smart in your own right as far as, like, you're using some of that money to invest in real estate as well.
Correct. Yeah.
So
So
you
we've acquired, my wife and I, we've acquired maybe 30 to 40 properties, about 80 or so units.
Yeah.
So we've taken that money and we reinvested it.
So you're investing. You're also reinvesting a lot back into your business and some
Absolutely.
of the tools, some lead generations. Was there any questions that we didn't ask you that we feel like we should have, or that could help people, whether they're new agents or business people or anyone in general?
I think one thing that I hear in this business all the time is I get a lot of realtors, they're like, they're telling their clients they're too busy. I'll get calls from literally sellers and buyers saying that their realtor said they were too busy. If you ever tell a client that's 100% wrong. Like, no one is too busy to take on it. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're never too busy to take on that next client. And here's why. You don't know who that guy knows.
Oh,
Or that
that's
gal
deep.
knows. Right?
Yeah.
I took an example of that is the 8 unit I had today that had an inspection. That guy called me off a sign,
Yeah.
some listing I had, whatever.
Yeah.
Spoke broken English, really tough to understand.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he's got 5 properties. He wants to sell them all.
Yeah.
Right? If I didn't give him the time of day and I was like, whatever,
Wow.
nothing would have happened. But now I got 5 listings coming up because I gave him the time of day and I was trying to help him.
Yeah, and you treat every client like that, whether they're 200 or 2 million.
Doesn't
you treat
matter.
them the same way.
Doesn't matter.
Was
I
there-
sold mobile homes,
Yeah, yeah. And you sell everything. You just hustle.
everything.
So, any questions that came off of Facebook? Anybody have any questions for Kyle that we might have not asked? And then we're going to ask David if he has any questions too.
I don't see too many good questions. I think we answered them all.
All right, so we got a lot of good questions out there. I might come back out here and just do a part 2 because my biggest takeaway is, like, if you think you're working hard and if you think you're busy, you're probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, be leveraged, right? Like,
Mhm.
I know you don't read a lot of books, but kind of like Gary Keller's one thing is it describes a lot, right? You're focusing on the one most important thing at any given moment. You're like, what makes me, which client do I have to service right now?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that need? And that's what you do really well. You got anything for Kyle before we sign off from our Facebook
I don't,
friends?
because we just spent all day with him.
Yeah, it's like, this guy's tired. He
I was
wants
like,
to go home.
how come you
didn't
can't
even
do
eat.
more business? What the hell is this?
They didn't even eat yet.
No food.
We
All right.
didn't eat yet, but